life forevermore or forever separated from God. I mean, to me, it seems like a easy choice. But not only, he goes a little bit deeper. He says on this path, these two paths, that you can either take the path that leads to blessings or the path that leads to curses. That seems pretty simple to me. I wouldn't have to go through a whole lot of decision making to make a good decision on that thing. Now, young people, which one would you choose? The blessings, amen. So then he goes on and says, therefore, choose life. But he says, not only do you choose life for your good, but he says, choose life that you and your descendants may live. Wow, that's pretty powerful.
Thank you, Lord.
There are two paths. In other words, if you're going to live a full life, you need to choose the life that will allow you to fully experience the type of joy that the psalmist mentioned in 16 and 11. But you said that's Old Testament, Pastor. That's Old Testament. Okay, I'm glad you brought that to my attention. Well, Matthew 7 and 14 says, but the gate, but the small is the gate, and narrow is the way that leads to life, and only a few find it. Lord have mercy.
Come on.
Why is it that only a few people find the way to life? It's not that it's hard to follow, to become a believer in Jesus. It's not hard. But some people don't want to give up or sacrifice, and I don't want this to be a message about what you can't do or what you should do, but if you love Jesus, if you are in love with God, if you are really thankful and grateful for all that God has done for you, you ought to choose life. You ought to choose that straight and narrow path, because everybody else are going a different way. I know. Brian told me that when he was, I'm not sure which job he was working, but he was telling me that, talking to a guy, and the guy was saying, well, I don't want to serve a God that will send me to hell. But the Bible teaches that God doesn't send anybody to hell. Amen. He loved everybody. You do so by the choices that you make. Amen. Matter of fact, he doesn't make us love him. He doesn't make us obey him. He doesn't make us accept him. But he says, I give you a choice. You can accept me. You can accept my love. You can accept my provision. You can accept my protection. You can accept my healing. You can accept my blessings. Or you can go the other way. Amen. Two choices. Take your neighbor. Two choices. Pastor Greg Etheridge says in his discipleship training series, in the first book called Walk with God, he says, along the path of life, God promises purpose, God promises peace, and God promises assurance. I want to look at those three items, and then we'll be free to go finish off that turkey. Amen. Praise God. Point one. The first thing that you need to know is that a full life gives you purpose. A full life gives you purpose. He says, you will show me the path of life. In other words, when you don't know which way to go, amen, God will show you. Purpose means that while you're on this journey of life, you get an opportunity to discover who you are. Anybody ever wonder who you are? Become disillusioned. Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Who am I supposed to be married to? What am I supposed to be doing for a career? Am I supposed to do it in North Carolina? Am I supposed to do it in South Carolina, Virginia, D.C., California? I want to know who I am. Purpose helps you get on the same page as God for your life. Amen? Yeah. See, when you live for God's good and perfect and acceptable will, you will understand how to fulfill God's purpose that he has for you. Amen. Once again, God has a plan.
Yes, he does.
Amen. Guess what? And you're a part of it. Anybody happy to be a part of God's plan? Amen. The plan to redeem the world and all of humanity, to spend forever and forever with him. When you have purpose, you don't waste time counting every day, but instead you make every day count. Yeah. So you got to remember, as a believer in God, you were made in the image of God and in his likeness. So what does that mean? Well, let's just look what Jesus did. God did in the beginning, in the book of beginnings, in Genesis, when it says in the beginning, when God created everything, he made all of creation count. He made every day, and he modeled for us what it means to make every day count by fulfilling a different assignment to accomplish his ultimate purpose. Every day, God had an assignment. He had something that he was doing. He wasn't waking up saying, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to see if my girlfriend or my homeboy, my road dog, see what they do. No, God woke up with a purpose and an assignment for every day. Amen. That's why you got to wake up and say, God, what's your will for me today? Who I'm supposed to serve today? Who I'm supposed to love today? How can I let your light shine through my life today? Show me the assignment that I have for this day. Every day he created something and concluded the day by saying that it was good. Yeah. But when he finished, man, he said it was very good. So every day you need to say to your made in his image, very good self, come on, God, what is my assignment today? Amen. How can I reflect your image in the earth today? How can I bring glory to your name today? How can I let my light shine today? Today, this is the day that the Lord has made. Every day I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. But I don't know how my bill's going to be made. This is the day that the Lord has made. That shows that you got a full life because you are depending on the Creator. Amen. And it's not that you're being lazy, that you're not doing anything, but you're trusting God to help you fulfill your assignment for each day. So first of all, a full life gives you purpose. Tell your neighbor, ask your neighbor, do you have purpose? Do you have purpose? In other words, God helps you to understand how he has gifted you and how your personality and your gifts can be used to fulfill his purpose through your life. Everybody who knows the Lord has at least one gift. And we all got personality. Amen. Praise the Lord. It may not always be the personality that everybody likes, but we all got personality. And guess what? God knows your personality. He knows your gifts. And he's such a powerful God that he can work all things together for good. Amen. Do I have any witnesses here? He can use even some of your quirkiness, amen, and get some good out of it. Amen. Everybody else think, well, I wouldn't do that. Amen. But you don't know how God can get some glory even out of no matter who we are, God can get some glory out of our life if we trust him. So a full life gives purpose, but then a full life gives you peace. Yeah. Where you get that from, Reb? He says, in your presence is what? Fullness of joy. Amen. So when you got joy, all your worries are cast away. Amen. that all your concerns, all your doubts, all your fears are cast away. Why? Because the Lord shows you how to have peace with him and peace with other folk. Amen. One preacher described her prayer one morning and says, Father, this morning I haven't fussed with nobody. I haven't argued with anybody. Yeah. But I'm about to get out of this bed. Amen. And I'm going to mess around and interact with some other folk. What does that look like? In other words, you and I have to know that God can give you a peace that passeth all understanding. The Bible says that he will even make your enemies to be at peace with you when your ways please God. So every day I have to ask myself, God, are my ways pleasing you? Are my ways pleasing you? Are you pleased? That's why in our life lesson groups, and by the way, the reason that we didn't announce life lessons, we're getting ready for our life lessons fellowship in next month. So we've done our sessions for this semester. But one of the questions that we asked in our group is, how am I doing loving the people God already has in my life?
Come on, that's good.
Ouch. Ouch. That's right. So isn't it amazing that we can folk that we don't see every day or whatever, we just smile at them and the folk that we live with every day, see every day, we get the fussing and the can't. Okay, not y'all. I'm talking about the other.
That's right.
Yeah. So God says, I want you to be at peace with them. Why? Because why do you need to be at peace? Number one, you need to be at peace. God has delivered you from sin so that you can have peace with God. He's no longer holding against you the penalty and the consequences of sin.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Which means you have peace with God. But not only do you have peace with God, you need the peace of God. Because there's so much drama breaking out every day, every moment, not in everybody else's life, but in your life. Amen. Washing machine, car, job, health. There's always something happening, but when you have the peace of God, amen, no matter what, you can still take a licking and keep on ticking. Why? Because you are trusting in God to bring you through. You see, God, faith doesn't mean that you know how God is going to bring you out. You just trusting him to bring. I have any witnesses in here that can trust God to bring them through. Anybody ever had your back up against the wall? You didn't know which way to turn, but God made a way. Yeah. God made a way. He gives you peace. When there are storms in your life, he gives you peace. Now, when Mamie was in that accident, I was on the other line an hour and 30 minutes away. And when she finally settled, I said, baby, where are you? She said, I don't know. I said, I jumped on the computer and tried to find my phone. I was going to track her down with technology. That wouldn't work. And finally, she kind of figured out, but she said, well, I just passed Williamson. She said, but don't you come, you stay there. I know you don't drive good at night. I'm going to drive tonight, amen. But you ain't never drove that car, I'm going to drive it tonight, amen. If the God that kept you going to help me get to you, amen. I'm coming for you, amen. Should I go to, yes, go to the hospital, amen. That way I know that you somewhere where there's plenty of light, because that road was dark and she, a woman on the road by herself. No. I was supposed to have been with her, so I was feeling some kind of way. Amen. But I had peace the whole way. She talked with me. And she said, how far are you? I said, I'm 34 minutes away. She said, okay, I'll see you when you get there. She had the peace enough to hang up the phone and the assurance that I was coming in. So look, if she can have the assurance that her husband, her boo of 36 years, is going to be on the way with his limited power, how much more trust can you have in God, who will always come to your aid, because he already always knows what his children need. You got to have that kind of peace. A full life will give you what? Purpose. A full life will give you peace. And lastly, a full life will give you assurance. Assurance. He says, at your right hand are pleasures evermore. In verses 8 through 11, and it's also recorded in Acts 2 and 26 or 28, I think it is. The same verse about in your presence is fullness of joy. It's also recorded there. And he's talking about that God will not leave the believer but in Hades. He will not leave one who trusts in God without any hope. He assures the reader that we get to be with him forever. I don't know about you, that's good news for me. Amen. And I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, that God is not a God of a second chance. Amen. Because if he was a God of a second chance, only a second chance, I would be in big trouble. Baby, I'm the only one. Amen. I needed more than one chance. Anybody else here need more than one chance from God? Assurance means that along the path of life, you can know with confidence that you will spend forever with God in heaven. Anybody look outside, they say, well, I'm looking forward to going to heaven, but I ain't trying to go today. Amen. Is that a true statement? Amen. Unless the Lord come and catch us up, amen, we'll be ready then. But prior to that, we'll wait. We'll wait, but while we're waiting, we got the confidence that we will be with him forever. Yeah. So what is the confidence that helps you and I be with him? The fact that God died or took on flesh and became flesh in the form of Jesus Christ and died in our place. To remove the sin, to remove the roadblock that stood in the way of a forever relationship with God. Tell your neighbor, you need a forever relationship with God. Amen. With a forever relationship with God, it opens many doors for you while you're waiting. Tell your neighbor, while you're waiting. Amen. It's God still, he gonna take care of you. He says, that's why he tells us, don't worry about what you're gonna eat, don't worry about what you're gonna wear. Amen. Our Father in heaven already knows. Tell your neighbor, he already knows. He already knows what you stand in need of. He already knows what you're facing. He's just waiting on you to ask him. He's waiting on you to trust him. He's waiting on you to depend on him. He's waiting on you not to work it in your own power, but to trust in his power.
Yes.
Somebody say, God can do it. God can do it. God can do it.
He's able.
So, maybe it was in this accident, and thank goodness we had auto insurance. Automobile insurance ensures that if anything happens to your car or somebody else's car, that you can be covered. But our challenge was, our thought was that we were going to owe more on the car. Yeah. We were going to be upside down and end up not, And at first we thought we didn't have gap insurance. You know what gap insurance is, right? Gap insurance is that if anything happened to you and you have an accident, and so the insurance company pays off the car and you still owe more on the car than what they're going to pay you. It's a gap. They come in and fill the gap. Amen. I'm just trying to remind somebody, amen, that whatever you stand in the need of, God is there to fill the gap for you. Do I have any believers in here that can testify that God has stepped in at the right time, in the right place to fill the gap? So we found out, yes, we did have gap insurance. But we still was having this concern, you know, because the car, I told it in December, we kind of barely, I mean, it was enough to pay off the car, but it was barely anything left over. And we were almost getting a little concerned. But praise the Lord, all of a sudden, Mame and I was sitting in the bed, and she said, "Ow! Look at that." Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stand there. It's like, I said, "What? Look at what they say they gonna give us." It was more. Way more. Way more. Way more. Amen. Somebody say, "Ain't God good?" Hey, way more. We were basing it on our last experience. Because I looked up the Kelly Blue Book. I looked up NADA. I said, "Baby, these numbers don't look good." But tell your neighbor, don't look at the numbers. Look at God. Look at God. Keep looking at God. God will fill the gap that you need Him to fill. Okay, I got word for that. Look, Job 36:11 says, if they obey, if they obey and serve Him, they will end their days in prosperity and their years. And oh, come on, let's give a God a big thank you, praise. God, I ain't gonna be serving you down here in vain. You're gonna take care of your children. You're not gonna let you go be hungry or without. How do I know? David said, "I've been young, but now I'm old. I've never seen the righteous forsaken or a seed begging for bread." I don't know about you, but I'm looking to keep living a full life. Every day waking up with an assignment from God to bless somebody, to encourage somebody, to point them to Jesus. Why? Because I know He will look out for me. I know He will take care of me because He's given me purpose. He's given me peace, and He's given me the assurance that I'm going to spend forever and forever with Him. And until that day, He's going to keep me. He's going to fill the gap in between. Deacon Ward said that every time they would go see Sister Booker, she never wanted them to leave. They would serve her communion, read scripture, pray, sing some songs, and every time they say, "Sister Booker, we're getting ready to leave," and she'd break out in a hymn. Stop singing. And they want to walk out on the song. She was full of God's purpose, full of God's peace, and full of God's assurance. You and I may be thinking that sometimes that because of what we go through, God has forgotten about you. No, yet. What God may be doing is just working all things together for your good. Amen. You pressing you pressing the accelerator and asking God for a microwave blessing, but God says, "I gotta work all things together for your good. I gotta turn them no's into some yeses. I gotta turn them haters into some lovers. I gotta turn that bad report into a good report." God says, "I gotta work all things together for your good." I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. But God just sent me by to remind you, get a life. And get a life of victory. Get a life that is full. Full because you're filled with His presence. He says, "I'm not going to leave you without help. I'm going to leave you a comforter. I'm going to leave somebody to help you. that even in your weakest moments, amen, he says, I'm going to be with you. Anybody glad that the Lord's going to be with them? He says, I'm going to be with you always, even unto the end. That's the kind of God that we serve. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for your word. We pray, God, that it has fallen on hearts that trust you. Hearts that are open to what you would have them do. Open to living a life of purpose, living a life of peace, living a full life of assurance that you have promised to be with them always. So we thank you, God, that as we are here in this place, that we have heard your voice. And we are assured beyond measure, God, that you are ordering our steps. And the next step that we will take will be a step closer to you in all that we say, in all that we do, for your honor and for your glory. In Jesus' name. Amen. Come on, let's give God a thank you. Praise God for a living day. Let's rest on our feet for a few moments, just for a few moments. Rest on our feet. Amen. Very practical message. Pray that it was helpful. Pray that you receive it. But it's also a message to remind us that we never assume that everyone in our presence knows what it means to spend forever with Christ. And so we always like to remind everyone it's as easy as ABC. A, admit that you're a sinner and you need Jesus in your life. You need him. You need a Savior. That's who Jesus is. B, believe that Jesus is the only way to get to God. And C, if you don't make a commitment, amen, to what you admit, what you believe, doesn't do you any good. That's what all of us who are believers had to do one day. We had to make a commitment to follow Jesus forever. And so if that's you today, if you've never invited him into your life, we want to give you that opportunity today. Man, woman, boy, or girl. This is what I want you to do. Just step out in the aisle, come forward, and we'll pray with you, give you some specific instructions about what your next days will look like as your new life, your new full life with Christ. Amen. Not only that, maybe another time, another place, you invited God into your life. Amen. But somehow the cares of this world pulled you away from a body of believers, or pulled you away from God. God is, that's why I said God is just not a God of a second chance, but of many chances. We invite you to come back to God. Not necessarily this church, but come back to God. He's waiting on you with open arms, waiting to reassure you of his love. If that's you, step out of the aisle, come forward. Thirdly, maybe you grew up another town, another place, grew up going to Big Mama's church, but now you're in a new city. You need a church where you can be connected and covered, and we invite you to be a part of Kingdom Harvest Church, candidate for baptism, coming on your Christian experience, coming by letter, or coming by watch care. If that's you, step out of the aisle, come forward. Amen. Amen. And finally, anyone that just needs a church home, amen. Praise the Lord. We want you to consider us. Anyone, everybody saved, sure where they're going to spend eternity, and have a church home. Let's give God big praise. Amen. Everybody going to stay forever with him. Come on, give God bigger praise than that. Everybody saved, you know where they're going to spend eternity. You may be seated. Amen. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. God is a good God. Amen. Please fill out your communication card on the back. We always believe that when the word goes forth, it challenges us to take our next step in following and showing our love to God. So fill out that communication card. If you're a first-time guest, we appreciate that you would fill it out and complete it. And the only thing we're going to do is just say thank you, amen, for coming, and follow up with you, keep you abreast of anything that we are doing.